Hi everybody! Sorry about the lighting, it's just...
Yeah, all of my lights in my car don't work anymore, except for this one, as I found out.
This really is the last night. So anyway, we just got back from watching Michael Bay's latest masterpiece. I think we all know which one. The latest Transformers movie, Transformers: The Last Night. So, non-spoiler thoughts. What did we think? Tomas is, just so you guys know, Tomas is a very well-versed in the ways of Transformers. Way more than me. Like 1,000 times more than me, because for me it's like just the TV shows or some of the comics, that was it, but him, it's more extensive, far more extensive.
I go read and I go do research on a lot of things just because I'm curious, right? So anyway, yes, the point is today is that I am the nerd, alright? And he is the casual.
Whereas...
Casual!
Where I would talk about comic books, it's his turn to talk about Transformers.
Yeah. So, non-spoilery thoughts.
What do we think? It was not as bad as Tomas and
I'm scared to say this.
Because saying anything nice.
But this might be my second favorite Transformers movie. Not of all the Transformers movies there's ever been. First up, hell no. Okay? First up, hell no.
Remember,
okay?
in the
1986 for life. Or 84. I don't remember. The point is, the Transformers movie in the 80s was not my favorite movie ever. But in terms of the whole Michael Bay series,
in the context and in the quantified space of the Michael Bay movies,
this is my second favorite. My favorite, I still think, is the first one.
Because
But this one entertains me a lot more than the others do.
I would have to say that too. Like, even though I kind of blacked out a little bit because it's so long, I would have to say from what I've seen already, it's like it's a lot more entertaining than than most of the others.
First up, buckle up, kids, because if you're gonna watch this movie is a whopping 2.5 hours. Okay, so as per usual, like Michael Bay, alright, a lot of this movie could have been cut out, a lot of this movie could have been written around, a lot of this movie could have been filmed otherwise, but it's Michael Bay.
It's like I fell asleep for a little bit, but I could still relatively piece together a lot of the story together, with his help, of course, but still.
Keep in mind, with my help, right?
But still, even... I could still tell what's going on. It's like, oh, they're going into a base to do the thingy and find the thingy, and okay.
So, just to say, this movie is obviously long. The plot is kinda all over the place.
A lot.
But it's kinda hard to keep track of, but I don't know how. Somehow I kept track of everything. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm crazy or not.
It's like, it's not Princess and the Frog. Actually, it could be almost Princess and the Frog levels of all over the place. But
I don't know, this movie is literally like, if you threw the kitchen sink out, you threw all the dishes out, and then you decided, here, take my appliances too.
Yeah, it is like...
It's just like, this movie has, I think, every single idea that Michael Bay has wanted to do in a Transformers movie, and he kind of just shoved it all in there, and it was like, yeah, writers do stuff.
Like, here's my playpen. I want you to turn all of this into reality.
That's literally what happened.
Well, what do you expect from the guy who says, like, oh, my movies are bad, you're all still gonna see it anyway?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, is that we did watch it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
But, again, it was entertaining to some degree. I think me and Tomas agree on this, that I think it's mainly the characters. Like, they're less annoying, and...
Yeah.
They're not witwicky, is what we're saying.
Okay, first up, there is a one Shia LaBeouf-esque character,
but
in which if he was gone, I don't think the movie would lose anything. But outside of everyone else that we pay attention to for a majority of the film, everyone else makes you kind of give a shit.
And even if the witwicky-esque character he's barely in it.
Yeah, so that's why it's just like, whatever. Alright.
I do now have a favorite character in this movie.
We will talk about that.
We'll talk about him.
Okay, so as per usual,
explosions, special effects,
more explosions,
long drawn out scenes just to show we get it. You went to film school.
It's just, again, it's like a lot of. I don't want to say this movie overstays. It's just a lot of it just. Again, a lot of it just doesn't need to be there. Period.
But Tomas, we wouldn't be able to admire this wonderful polo match. But we'll save that for later.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that. Anyway, but yeah, let's just overall. It's Transformers by Michael Bay.
We gave it a 3. I agree with this.
Okay, alright. Critically speaking, like, if I was to tear this movie a new asshole, okay? And, like, I went full critic mode, okay?
Chances are we'd find more problems.
Oh my God, this movie would be filled with plot holes. Filled with so much errors. And it's just my inner... Like, I don't know if it's just... I don't know if it was the theater we were watching it at, okay? But literally, some shots are shot in widescreen, okay? And some of them are shot in full screen. And they're literally, you're watching one shot, widescreen. Next shot, full screen. Next shot, widescreen. I'm like, what's the point?
I don't know. What's the point of this long, drawn-out scene with the very slow-mo...
Of course, yeah, this movie has 300 syndrome too. God bless.
But there is one factor that saves it, though, but we'll talk about that later.
Yep. This movie, though, this movie's entertaining. Somewhat. It's just really long. If you're willing to sit through it, hey, there you go. Again, this movie, to me, is... it hurts me to say it. It's my second favorite. If only because the characters are entertaining enough and make me give a shit. And, like, I can get behind some of the things that happen in this movie, and also the fact that I just love Nemesis Prime. Nemi Prime, fuck yeah, anyway.
So, yeah. From a first viewing, it's just a 3.
Critically.
But chances are, if we were to look at it even more,
No, okay, so here's the thing. If we're talking about non-critical, okay, and we're not trying to absorb the plot and shit, and we're just being like, wow, that was kind of dope, right?
It would just be a
7.
3. Really? 7? Okay.
6.5, maybe. Alright?
But
I think Cars 3 is better than this. No question.
I won't argue with that.
But it's just... I don't know. For me, I like some of the things of this movie, and it's just, I don't know what's wrong with me. Shoot me!
I feel like you wanted to try and hate it because it's Michael Bay.
Here's the thing is that, like, alright, I watched this movie, okay? And I went into it, obviously I had the very negative opinion, right? But then I watched the first scenes, and I'm like, alright, I'm not turned off yet. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens.
That's fine. It's like,
then I got through it, I watched more of it, and I was like, this movie does have some pretty good moments. You know what I mean? And, like, there's definitely good sequences in this movie, I'm not gonna lie. It's just, the movie's really long. Some of the story parts,
could have been better.
Some of the story parts could have, like, the plot parts could have been better. Even, like, parts where, like, the characters talking to one another. A character would talk to another character in one room, and then the next line happens outside.
Editing is weird.
Here's the thing, is I'm pretty sure everyone would just be like, oh, whatever, you know what I mean? But, like, I looked at that, and I'm like, so you mean to tell me that you started this sentence and then finished this sentence outside?
And it's not like they were doing it like a voiceover and was B-roll or something.
See, this is what I mean by if we were to rate this movie critically, this movie would be a solid, like, 2.53. Okay?
Out of 10.
Critically speaking, this movie sucks. It sucks the balls of the giant Transformer in Transformers 2.
Oh no,
okay?
I don't doubt that.
Like,
I'm running this through, like, as, someone who's not a Transformers person, but I'm very sure, if we looked at this further, because I still feel like there's some lingering in there, but we'll discuss that more. But yeah, it's a Michael Bay movie.
It's a Michael Bay movie. If you don't want to, like, if you're just gonna watch the movie just to watch it for the hell of it, and you just want to just be entertained, I guess. Again, it's a solid. It'll do that. You know what I mean? The thing is, it'll do that. Okay.
It's even hard to find. I don't hate this movie, and I don't feel like I wasted too much of my time with it. So
I'll be honest though. At least, like, that's the thing though. I'm kind of glad. That is not a Transformers 3. And I didn't walk out of this movie angry. I mean, I didn't do that. I kind of just walked out of this movie like, okay, I mean, hey, that was a movie. And, like, the ending didn't leave too much of an impression on me. But, like, it was a movie. I was just like, okay, cool.
I have a new favorite robot, so that's
dope.
something.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there you go. But, yeah, you wanna start going in depth?
We're going to go in depth
Oh,
now.
man, I don't know how long we're gonna be here. I got a feeling we're gonna be here for an hour.
Let's just...
Buckle up, kids!
Let's make it short. Let's try to...
Oh, good luck with that, homie. Anyway, let's continue. Let's get started. What we're going to talk about first? Let's talk about characters.
But first off, it's like, let's cut out all the obvious Michael Bay stuff, explosions. Yes. There we go.
Okay, let's just...
That's something... Although we can mention...
Okay, first up, you're watching a Michael Bay movie. The nerds suck, okay? Smart people are treated as dumbasses, okay?
If you're not a soldier
If you're not a soldier or anything, you don't mean a damn thing in this movie, alright? And, fuck logic and fuck reasoning, okay?
Exactly.
Finally, explosions. Also, there are some dope things about this movie, though, okay? But, anyway, you're watching a Michael Bay movie. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
If it says Michael Bay,
explosions.
you be ready.
Explosions,
you know
guns.
what you're getting into. Continue. Alright.
Explosions, guns, and also more Transformers parts fall off. And I don't mean in battle, it's like, they're all more junky. Like, that could just be them being constantly hunted down, but...
Yeah, honestly, I feel like in terms of the art style, right? It feels like an upgrade. Things look better in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
That's 100% real. Like, things definitely look...
Megatron, way more scary, a little bit more intimidating than this last version.
Which is weird, because I don't know if in the last movie he was called Galvatron or not. I don't remember.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah.
But then wasn't he like these marble things, right? That marble creature thing? Well, I don't know what happened to that. I don't got you.
Suddenly, now he's gone back to
He's like, my name is
Megatron.
Megatron again, alright. And he has a new design, which I'm honestly down for. It actually looks really good. I think.
I think Optimus also has a little bit of an updated look, too.
Everyone pretty much fills that medieval-looking look. That's the motif of this movie, if you will.
The Knights thing.
Yeah, it's the motif of this movie. Which I don't mind too much. I like watching Optimus move around a lot, actually. I do like seeing him, like, pose, put the sword in his back. I like seeing him do stuff.
I think Optimus is so far one of the few characters that I do like in this franchise, this Michael Bay franchise. At least, he's a leader that we can get behind, at the very least. Michael Bay can at least capture that.
He's just the good conscious bot, pretty much.
And he's always cool to see you fight.
Yep. So Optimus in this movie, though.
If we want to start with characters...
Okay, we're gonna... How are we gonna do this? Because we do have to talk about the plot, right?
Let's just talk about the plot first.
Oh my god, alright, so strap in, this plot's long as hell. Alright, so we start out in medieval times. Okay? Our MacGuffin of the day is Merlin's staff. Yes, Merlin the magical wizard, quote unquote, alright?
Right.
Merlin got the staff, and of course it's a Transformers MacGuffin, so it's like, hey, you use this, you command a Transformer that is a dragon. Which is dope as hell.
And all the medallions...
yeah, let's go, okay?
And all the talismans you gave to your knights, they will protect them.
See, here's the thing, alright? I love Scourge's character, but, like, Scourge ain't got nothing on this fucking dragon, alright? Let's go. Yeah, of course, this traces us back to all the medieval days with King Arthur, Lancelot, Percival, Gawain, Knights of Brown.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And also...
Now, of course... Okay, so now this brings us to... Oh god, like, how are we gonna do this? This is a fucking long-ass plot. Alright, I got this. Hold on, I got this. This tells you how much is in a fucking story, okay? Because I have to think about this shit, okay? So I'm guessing at some point, Merlin has to die, return to staff, and he's basically buried along with the ship that apparently goes underwater somehow. Alright, whatever. Next part, so Optimus is lost in space. He drifts out in space, and he basically makes his trip to Cybertron. In which he sees what has become of his home, at least after the third movie, when it was ripped apart practically. Okay? And so he finds out that the Mad Queen Quintessa, a new character, alright, has basically kind of just made it her new home. Alright? So I'm guessing Quintessa basically brainwashes Optimus and makes him pretty much her new lackey. Long story short.
And gives him the cool-ass scar.
Oh, I mean,
to signify, I am a brainwashed knight sort of thing.
Yeah, so pretty much then Optimus's whole goal at this point is to get the staff so Quintessa can gain her power back and apparently repair Cybertron. Okay, we'll go into more detail on that. The next part is essentially, we go back into Mark Wahlberg and what he's doing. We're introduced to a new character, Isabella, who's basically been living out in the ruins of Chicago from the third movie.
Yep.
Alright. That was the third movie, right? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
thinking that was the
Yeah,
third movie.
Chicago.
That was the third movie. Okay.
And
Holy shit, I'm surprised I get all this. Okay, so the next part,
Cade saves
Isabella. Then they go back to the junkyard. Mark Wahlberg is Cade, by the way. Cade is basically now what he does is he protects all the Transformers and all the Autobots. Even though they've saved the world multiple times, they're still being hunted down by a task force known as FR, I think. TFR? TFR. There you go.
But also, when he saved Isabella, he came across one of the knights from a ship that probably was shot down by the government.
Mm-hmm.
And the knight gives him a medallion.
Yeah, this medallion is supposed to signify the start of the end of days, pretty much, long story short.
Some talisman.
Another MacGuffin. Alright? And basically, it's kind of like the mark of like a knighthood, basically, according to the Transformers, which I don't really know if they've done knighthood, but point is Michael Bay. Anyway, next thing. After all of that shit,
Spike starts.
Government decides, hey, we're gonna work with Megatron because they hear about the staff weapon. They're like, hey, the shit's unbelievably powerful, so we're gonna work with Megatron, and we're gonna let Megatron find it, and we're gonna kill him afterwards, whatever. And like, pretty much, the government releases Decepticons for Megatron to command, and they go hunt down Cade, which is a fugitive at this point, which I guess kind of makes sense, not really.
Even though, and also for some reason there are spikes that are jutting out from the Earth all over the world.
Right.
Which
was signifying the end of days and shit, basically. I don't know if Unicron's waking up or whatever, but the point is, the spikes that are coming out of the Earth, Unicron is Earth, long story short. There you go. Hey. Alright, we'll talk more about that later.
And the planet, Cybertron is coming to Earth. This time they don't need a giant teleporter or whatever.
Yeah, it's just straight up going there. Quintessa's pulling in, I guess. I don't know. I don't got it. Anyway, so how Quintessa lost the staff was apparently the Knights betrayed her, took a ship, ditched, went to Earth. Merlin finds them. Merlin gets staff. Merlin dies buried with them after that, buried underwater.
Quintessa needs the staff.
Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, so next thing is Cade is being hunted down by Megatron and Decepticons. And then basically we are introduced to Julius's favorite robot. What's his name? Caldwell?
Sorry, Cogsley.
There you go, Cogsley. Alright. Cogsley is like, hey, I know a dude who knows about all the plot of this movie. What do you mean you know a dude who knows all about all the plot of this movie?
Hello, robot that we just met in the elevator.
Yeah, it's like, I've been tasked to fetch you. You know what I mean? So while Mark Wahlberg's being hunted down by the U.S. government and freaking Decepticons, basically he hitches a ride with Cogswell, right?
Think so.
I don't remember his name. The point is, this guy's kind of awesome. Awesome character. And then they're taken back to Earth. Or not to Earth. And then they're taken to England to go meet the guy who knows all about the plot of this movie. And then pretty much he's just been a Secret Service guy who's been pretty much monitoring the whole Transformers since forever. We get a reference to Sam Witwicky, who was killed off screen. Fuck yeah! And then and then after that, they're tasked to go find the staff. They eventually find the staff underwater, which is basically a sunken spaceship. And then finally and then after that, Quintessa shows up and it's like, hey, I want to go fucking repair Cybertron. Optimus at this point is pretty much under brain control from Quintessa, and it becomes Nemesis Prime. Okay. And basically it does a bunch of bad shit, steals the staff. After the staff is stolen, after the humans find it. And then, after he stole it, Megatron steals it, brings it to Quintessa, which, by the way, I don't know how Megatron knows about Quintessa or some shit, but he's red. He has a red mark on his face, too, so I'm assuming he's possessed, too. I don't know. I don't got it. Michael Bay. And final battle ensues. We stop Quintessa. We stop all the bullshit, and yeah, end of the movie. Okay. That was a lot.
You also forgot the fact that the Oxford professor lady from Britain is the only one.
Right, she's the only one who can use the staff because she's apparently... Okay, so Kate is apparently, and this chick are basically... Okay, the Oxford lady is basically the only person that can use a staff because she's the direct descendant of Merlin, and only Merlin's bloodline is allowed to use a staff, which how this guy got laid is beyond me. Anyway...
Could have been in a drunk stupor.
Anyway, so Mark Wahlberg is there because he's assumedly a knight anyway, and he's just basically here to protect this chick and like make sure she gets the staff and whatever.
So if you want an explanation as to why it's called The Last Night, I guess Cade...
I don't got you, period. Anyway.
Christened as whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the whole plot of this movie in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Can you imagine how... If it took me 10 minutes to explain that plot...
Yeah.
Imagine sitting there watching it for 2.5 hours.
So, if you haven't been put to sleep yet by that long explanation...
And I'm pretty sure I left off some details, by the way, but the point is, that's most of the plot. Anyway,
basically...
Alright. Now that we've explained that, we can talk about some good shit.
I think we can just say that the plot itself is just... all over the place, just by his explanation alone.
Again, it's literally, if Michael Bay wanted to shove every single thing he could into this movie, alright? It's like, yeah, he said this might be the last Transformers movie, so he shoved everything he could. He threw Unicron in there, he threw, we need to talk about Cybertron again, let's get that in there. Alright, here's this new character, alright, here's a new character, here's another new character.
Let's add in Knights and Dragons in there.
Knights and Dragons, hell yeah. More explosions, alright? Alright, I want top-notch explosions, okay? We need to have a butler character, we need that, okay? And we need to go all over the fucking place, alright?
We need to, like, bring in some cameos from past actors and stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Not just with...
Okay, you're right. Him. You're right. Yes, we did have one of the returning guys, one of the military guys, Lennox, I think his name was.
Yes, Epsil Lennox, and our favorite what was it called? Sector
7 guy. Yeah.
Yeah, our former Sector 7 conspiracy theorist guy, who's apparently in Cuba.
Yep.
In shorts that white guys like him should not be wearing.
Yeah. Also to mention that right now the world basically is still anti-Transformer, and they're basically trying to kill all of them, period. And they keep falling out the goddamn sky and falling to Earth. I don't know why, but okay.
And apparently Sector 7 was very good at their job because of the Transformer
origins are like one of the things, dude. They either fall to the sky, okay? Because I'm guessing that they don't have too many spaceships in this universe. I don't fucking know.
So
they fall out the sky. They've been here forever, or they're a cosmic entity and they just don't give a shit, alright? Like, they're one of three things. There's no in between. It's one of these things, okay?
And apparently, because of them, we were able to win a lot of wars and advance a lot of technology.
Apparently Bumblebee's been around since World War II.
And because of him, we were able to beat the Nazis.
Yeah.
And apparently, because... the Wright brothers and every other scientist, yeah. It's
Michael Bay! Stop! Michael Bay. Okay. Alright.
Doesn't this kind of contradict the whole thing where Megatron is actually the source of the modern day, and also the fact that the Sector 7 said that...
Dude, what happened to Megatron? Okay, oh my god, you're making me talk about the other movies too! Stop doing that! Stop!
That's how out of control this movie is.
Just stop making me do that! Oh my fucking god, we're gonna be here for a fucking year! Anyway, so... Okay, what happened to Megatron? For those of you who don't know who've seen the first movie, at least as much as I have, oh god.
Or who were too young to...
Okay, so what happened in the first movie is that Megatron basically was looking for the location of the Allspark, so he crashed on Earth in the North Pole, I think, or the Arctic. I don't remember which one. The point is, crash lands in ice, meets,
Witwicky, great-granddad.
Yeah, great-granddad Witwicky, and basically etches the location of the Allspark on his glasses, yeah?
And then
he's kept in ice the whole time. So that's what happened to Megatron. There you go. Are you happy?
The agent said that he was the source of the modern days, which is why all technology we were able to decipher by studying him. No, really, I remember that scene. When they were explaining Megatron and how technology of the modern day is because of him.
Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing, is that, Well, the thing is, he crash landed like a while ago, like way before like World War II and shit. I think. I know he crashed.
It still amazes me, like,
because the thing is like some of them have been here forever. The thing is, like, Transformers have been here since Machines. Some of them have been here way before that shit. You know what I mean?
Longer. Hence the whole Knights thing.
They've been here since the times of the Knights and like.
And this is Michael Bay fan fiction.
Jesus Christ!
It's Michael Bay fan fiction.
Enough! Stop making my brain hurt. I don't want to think about this. This is why I'm saying if we think about this, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Exactly.
This is why I don't think about it. Talk about the fucking movie, Julius. Please.
We are. Yeah. So.
Okay. Fuck the plot. Okay, we did the plot.
We did the plot. It's too much to try and.
Jesus Christ! Just don't even bother trying to wrap your heads around this whole damn thing. It's not worth it. It's just way the fuck too much shit.
Now let's go about the characters.
Okay. All right. So just one important thing to mention. Okay, so apparently the whole thing with Quintessa is that if she gets the stuff, she gets her power, she can basically remake Cybertron. So that's how she brainwashes Optimus Prime. And on top of doing that, if you remake Cybertron, basically she kind of has to destroy Unicron, which is part of the Earth, and by doing that, basically the Earth goes boom. Long story short. Anyway, back to fucking characters, okay?
Characters.
No more. We're done.
Cogsley is great.
Yeah, so he's the butler robot of the guy who knows the plot, which I'm pretty sure I don't think his last name is Wiki. I forget his name. He's pretty much the old guy in this movie. He knows everything.
But I would take Cogsley over. We talked about returning characters. The stupid little dry humping robot.
Yeah. Well, point is that like Cogsley is, he's your
refined.
He's like
but still badass.
You know, not really. Well, yeah, kind of badass, but like he's a butler with a temper tantrum, basically. You know what I mean? That's his character.
And with a phone in his chest.
But like. He just acts kind of. He has some really great moments. You know what I mean? Like he has moments where it's just like he's told Cogsley do this, right, and he'll just do it. You know what I mean? Like he's just no hesitation, no fear. You know what I mean?
Then when the old man is explaining the legend to Cade and the Oxford lady, it's like no, must make it epic.
He's
with
like,
organs.
I'm sorry. He's like, Cogsley, stop. I'm sorry, sir. I was just making things more epic. It's like, man, if I knew where your vocal cords were, I would choke you.
And then explaining it further, it's like,
yeah, no, dude, it's just.
So
yeah, Cogsley just has great moments in this whole ordeal. Again, like at one point, the thing is that he's violent too. So it's like Cade's like talking to the old guy. And he's like, look, I don't want to be stuck in here with this psychopath. All right. I prefer the term sociopath. It's like, and at one point he like pulls a gun on Cade because he's pissed off, and he's just like even he has this golden frame to him, kind of.
Yeah.
And like even the gun he pulls out is golden. Like how? What? That's pretty. I thought that was pretty good. All right.
I think he's gotta be one of my favorite robot character types.
I would say yeah. He's entertaining to watch. He's just fun to watch. He has great moments. He has things he says that'll make you laugh.
Now let's talk about our main characters. This is basically after the whole thing. He obviously can't see his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So his daughter's not in this movie, so for those of you that hate her, she's not there.
He can't see his daughter obviously while she's off at college.
Mainly because
he's a fugitive now.
Mainly because he's a government fugitive, and he still stands by the Autobots, even to this day.
He's still hiding them, so obviously you're going to jail.
Yep. What else we got? Let's see, Kate. Eventually, Cade does hook up with Oxford Lady, which is kind of like, okay.
It's okay. They've been bouncing off each other
quite well.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I mean,
this romance seems a little bit better than.
Oh my god, it's so much better than the fucking one in Transformers 2.
Yeah.
That one was undoubtedly okay. The one in Transformers 2. Okay, I don't know which one I like better, because the one in Transformers 3 is bullshit. Okay. The one in Transformers 2 is also bullshit. So it's like, do I want dog shit or do I want cat shit?
I mean,
both of them suck, alright? This is probably the best romance I think ever.
In terms of Transformers, again, in this microcosm of Transformers.
We're talking about in relation to Transformers movies. Oh my god. Okay. The reason why I say that is The reason why I say that is because Sam's a pussy. All right, he can't say "I love you" to what's her name, Michaela.
Yeah.
I know it's Megan Fox, right?
Yeah, it's Michaela.
It's Michaela, all right? In front of the fucking pyramids. Like, you gotta be shitting me, dude. Go fuck yourself, okay?
What?
Sam's a shit character, okay? And then in 3, we had that blonde chick who I refuse
to even acknowledge.
Let's just not talk about that movie. Anyway, but like in terms of like romances, in terms of like all the films, this is probably the best one in the whole series, period.
Let's see, Oxford Lady, she's of course smart.
Yeah, she acts like a pretty. She's very short-tempered.
She's also skeptical about the whole knights thing, standing for truth, honor, purity, that sort of thing.
She's also kind of entertaining, though.
Uh-huh.
It's fun to just watch her just do stuff. It's fun to hear her just talk. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what she does for most of the movie, outside of, actively doing stuff when she finds out what she is. You know what I mean? Once she starts actively moving stuff forward and moving with the plot, then she's actually not a bad character. You know what I mean?
Which is more than we can say about the other female characters in this franchise.
Oh yeah,
the little girl, Isabel.
Isabella is kind of. She's discount X-23. Is that fair?
Yeah.
X-23 was like a third of the value.
Nowhere
near as good as freaking X-23. Like hell.
But
no.
I don't think she was very much needed here because Kate spends more time with Oxford Lady than anything.
I mean, I don't know. I think she's just a thing for Kate to bounce off of.
Yeah, it's like since his daughter's not here.
I mean, I guess that's just why she's there. I don't got it. You know what I mean? But
it's like,
yeah.
Is it because of? I can tell she's an element that Michael Bay wanted to keep, but it just.
I'm pretty sure Michael Bay just saw Logan and was like, I can do that too.
Or like he really wanted to keep that opening scene, where Canopy is dying.
Yep.
I get it.
I don't get it. I can see what you mean if she wasn't there. I feel like though, like
they tried to keep her in there, like they were going for something.
She kind of was shoehorned in, if you really think about it.
Yeah, like he was. Maybe they were their first. She was their first idea for the staff, and then Oxford Lady was just the second idea.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It feels that way to me.
Yeah, but it's just like in terms of her, like she's not bad either. You know what I mean?
She's not bad.
She's kind of that I don't give a fucking shit who you are person. Again, like when you watch. Was she 14, right? They said her age in the movie. She said 14. I mean, when you watch this 14-year-old chick just go up and talk shit to Megatron, it's like, damn, this chick has some balls. All right, that was.
This kid has some backbone.
Yeah, it's like that was awesome. All right?
But again, as fine as Oxford Lady was, Isabella, I feel like. Maybe she should have been the descendant of Merlin at the very least.
I mean, I don't know.
There'd be more to bounce off of, and also...
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird. I don't really...
And also we would have a reason why... also, her little robot buddy. I think he's the only practical effects character in this movie.
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Like
everyone else is CG. Definitely.
Like, Isabella has this little friend called Squeak.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks like this scooter version of Wall-E. Really? He looks like a scooter version. I mean,
yeah, you're right. You're 110% right. Freaking alright, so then we have, so of course we have our old band of Autobots from the 4th movie. We have, again, I don't know their names at all.
Me either.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know their names at all. We have our
Japanese
military dude, we have the samurai dude, we have the green guy, forget his name, alright? All these guys' names, okay?
I just call him Danny Delgado, Autobot.
Danny Delgado.
Because he's voiced by the same guy who voices Bender. I'm just gonna call him Bender. Hi, Bender.
He is?
Yeah, he's...
I didn't know that. I didn't pick that up either. Shit, I'm dumb. Okay, but Grimlock's back, so there you go. We get dinosaurs.
And Dinobots. Cute little...
And also we get little Dinobots. I don't know how we found those or how that works, but apparently somehow when they get pissed, they turn into big Dinobots. I don't get it, alright? I don't got you.
But they're so cute.
But they are fucking adorable, and I want a fucking tiny fucking Triceratops Dinobot to keep as a pet.
Oh.
But anyway, back to the movie and how it was adorable as shit when Isabella picked up the tiny little Triceratops Dinobot and like wiggled around and it was so fat and adorable. But anyway, yeah, so returning characters, Bumblebee's still dope as hell. Bumblebee's still kind of like the star of the show, you know what I mean?
And Optimus, even while brainwashed.
First up, yeah, we gotta talk about that. Okay, first up, Quintessa doesn't do a whole lot in this movie outside of being, I'm the bad guy. It's literally Quintessa.
She's basically our... She's just our fill-in villain.
She's just the witch of this movie.
She's just... I'm trying to figure, like,
She's just the witch. That's it.
It's just the fill-in villain character.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Quintessa's just that. She's new, but we don't really get too much about her other than she's like a deceiver. But that's all we really get. We don't really get much. She's just kind of just been on Cybertron. It's just like, I'm a deceiver. Yeah, Optimus fucking...
Maybe Quintessa pretended to be the god of their world, and...
Again, she's the deceiver. That's what she does. She says she's the creator, but she's not. Period. Right? She's just not.
And then the Knights took the staff away.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, but so with Optimus, what do you have to say about that?
Nemesis Prime?
Yeah, Nemesis Prime.
Oh my god. So first up, this movie does what I said it did. I called it a while ago. Alright? Even though, like, okay, alright, I mean, even my inner fanboy rage, like, if they don't do Nemesis Prime, I'm gonna rage so hard at this movie. But they did, and it made me feel a lot better. So it's like, you know, Optimus Prime, when he gets all purple-eyed and all this stuff, you can tell he's like, oh, he's not himself, right? He's attacking Bumblebee. Oh shit, this is the thing Prime would do, right? It's because it's Nemesis Prime. Nemesis Prime is pretty much, if you've ever seen F-Zero and you've ever seen, forget his name, Evil Captain Falcon, I don't know what his name is. It's basically like that. It's the same deal. It's just basically an evil version of Optimus Prime. A lot more ruthless, villainous, especially. He just doesn't care. He's just here to mess your day up and just do his job. Long story short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't care. You know what I mean? But with all the strength and power of Optimus Prime. Literally what he is. So just seeing Optimus being like just not give a shit. Like, seeing that side of him, just kind of act, with it being Nemesis Prime, like, if it was regular Optimus Prime, I have a huge problem. But since it's Nemesis Prime, I'm 100% down. Like, it was so good just to see that, you know what I mean? It's like, watch him just tear apart Bumblebee, just, holy crap, that was some shit. Alright? Watching him, just saying things like, I'll kill you, human. He takes the staff, he's like, no one dares challenges me, puts his sword away and walks away. I'm like, dude, I love this.
They're a little bit few, but they're still good.
Yeah, it's like, we actually don't have a whole lot of,
Nemesis Prime moments,
yeah,
since he's held up mostly by Quintessa.
And, like, by the time he is let go, it's only for a solid, like, I want to say at least, maybe, I want to say 15 minutes of movie.
Yeah.
Let's say, maximum. Okay.
But it's still okay.
It was great to see it. I don't know. I was happy to see it.
And
so that's one of the reasons why
the way that Optimus does get back on our side, I almost thought, is this a Martha moment?
No, my thing is
it's not a Martha moment.
So my thing, okay. By the power of plot, Bumblebee gets his voice back. By the power of plot. I don't know how. I'm assuming Optimus knocked his voice circuits back into place. I don't got you. All right. Okay. But the thing is, Bumblebee gets his voice back, and he speaks, and he remembers Bumblebee for who he is, and it's like, hey, shit, I've been fucking possessed and shit. And the reason why that's like a big deal is because, for those of you who don't know, back during the war, Bumblebee used to talk a lot of shit. All right. Who's that guy? Because he could. He was a scout, though. All right. And what essentially happened on one of the scouting missions, he gets caught by Megatron. Megatron rips out his fucking voice box. Ow. Painful. Okay? Ratchet can't fix him, period. Know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the best medic in the army just can't help you. And he was just like that for a while.
So, like, the reason why it snapped him out of it is because he hasn't heard Bumblebee's voice since the war.
Yep.
And that snapped him out of it. I would still say that this is less contrived than the whole Martha.
Oh, it's nowhere near as bad as Martha. No.
But it did remind me, but
no.
This is not as bad.
It was not Martha. No. It was nowhere near Martha tier. Like, hell no. Okay. Like, I could get it But I don't think this is nowhere near Martha Tier. Because Martha Tier is just, oh, I'm related to you because of this shit. And it's just like all this. No,
This here, at least
it is not. It's just a straightforward, homie, wake up, I got you, that's it. Literally.
Give me a second.
Go ahead.
We're still good. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what else.
So, we don't really have to discuss visual-wise. It's like
It's the same art style, but literally just kind of upgraded. A lot of things look better. Things definitely look, like you can definitely just look at things and just tell.
It's more upgraded.
You can just see more moving parts to like every machine, which is like I'm down for. You know what I mean? Whatchamacallit? Trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, dragon. Fuck yeah. Okay, so apparently all the knights combined to form a freaking 3-headed dragon, which Optimus Prime can ride in a battle. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, that was pretty dope.
It's like, first we had dinosaurs, and that was pretty cool.
We fucking have a legit dragon. Look, I like Scourge. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I love Scourge to death, okay? But Scourge was kind of just a half-assed dragon, okay? Like, he was okay. He didn't fly. That was the issue. He didn't fly. He was a dragon, but he didn't fly. But, like, this one flies and shit, and I'm like, hell yeah.
So if you thought the image of seeing Optimus Prime ride Grimlock was cool, this is actually a lot better.
This one, you have to fucking 3-headed dragon in a battle. Like, dude,
this is a lot more awesome.
I'd be afraid of that. Okay, so, who else do we want to talk about?
I think
Oh yeah, so other returning characters. Barricade's back, which I'm glad to see him, actually. Barricade's still one of my favorite Decepticons, just ever.
And we have a whole bunch of new Decepticons that we've never seen before, but...
Yeah, given, like, kind of like the Suicide Squad intro.
It's
Kinda, yeah.
Again, a bunch of stuff Michael Bay obviously wants to do.
I know, right? Anyway,
like,
so...
I saw Suicide Squad, I could do that. Just not as good.
Anyway.
And they're killed off very quickly, too.
It's like you're introduced to this whole gang of Decepticons and they all just die.
It's like at least 2 of them die right away. In the first fight.
Yeah, like, almost all of them die, except for Onslaught, I think, and I forget who else. Onslaught was one of them that lived, I remember correctly.
Yes.
But
2 of the guys, at the very least, I saw, they died.
And Barricade, I'm just happy to see Barricade. I really like Barricade. I actually do like the writing on the side of his vehicle. I love that motto, to punish and enslave. And like you see on his fist now that like apparently he has what are those things called? The knuckle bracers. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. The point is, it's like
brass knuckles.
Yeah, the brass. He has like 2 brass knuckles now, and it says punish and enslave. And I'm like, dude, oh my god, I do think that's kind of dope. I don't know why I do.
To wrap things up, is there anything else that we thought about this movie?
Let's talk about Megatron.
Megatron definitely looks, I would have to say, it's not as jagged. His design is not as jagged as the last one, but this one, I would have to say, is I like it better. I like it better.
I like this design a lot. I mean, everyone's motif is the whole knight thing. I do like this design a lot. I do think he looks wicked cool. It's just, he doesn't do much.
Yeah, it's like, again, he's been downgraded.
He gets pissed for about, like, not fighting the MacGuffin. He has a flamethrower, which is pretty dope, but it's just, like, not a whole lot other than that.
Yeah, and also, surprise, it gets cut off.
Yeah. He gets his arm sliced off and then kicked out from, like, what, 21,000 feet? That's pretty...
Hi, bitch character that we're just gonna put in because of franchise purposes. No, really, he is! He just becomes the bitch side character. That is true! Try to dispute that. He becomes the bitch character.
No. I don't agree. You know why? Because he's not being slapped around by anyone.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's why when you said that, I was just like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. I can agree with him. I can agree with him being not a major part of this movie outside of like hunting down the Autobots at one point, right? And him not really being the big baddie.
What about with Sentinel Prime? Then he became
We don't talk about that! Stop! I'm gonna kill you, I swear! Stop making me talk! We have less than 16 minutes left. Enough about that movie! I swear to God!
Yeah, he really does not like Transformers.
Don't you
3.
ever talk to me about Transformers 3 ever. I'll freaking rip your throat out. Like, oh my god, I hate that movie.
But basically, it's like...
He's nowhere near as a bitch as Transformers 3. There you go. Shut up about it.
But he gets... But still, you know, he's still pushed to the side. It's like...
Yeah, he doesn't...
Starting the second movie... Okay, the big bad guy was the Fallen, and he was just working for him. The movie that we won't speak about to you.
I don't care about that. No. We don't give a shit. Okay, the point is, this movie... Okay?
It's even more so.
No, this movie, he just doesn't... Like, he gets his group of Decepticons, he wants to do this thing. But outside of that, that's about it.
Yeah, it's like...
There's no other, like, layers to his character. Like, him and Optimus do exchange some words, but not really much else. Again, there's just so much that they can do with this character, you know what I mean, and talk about, but they just choose not to for some whatever reason.
I would have liked to see him try to fight Quintessa at least, or something.
I don't really...
Because Quintessa seemed like...
I don't really give a shit whether he fights Quintessa or not. It's just... I feel like they should give him more time to, like, him and Optimus to talk instead of just fighting.
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
Which, to me, is some of the most interesting fucking lore. It's just, like, learning who the fuck these two people are, you know what I mean?
To each other.
Yeah.
But also, I would like to see him and Optimus try to fight Quintessa, because Quintessa here, for our big bad, she seemed very easy to defeat.
Again, she didn't do much. However, though, she did bring Optimus to his fucking knees, though. That's pretty dope.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's true. She did that. So the thing is, she's powerful. She's powerful. She just gets hit in the back.
She's a glass cannon, basically.
Long story short,
just gank her, and then you're
right.
fine.
So yeah, fucking. Also, we have a Shia LaBeouf character in this movie. I forget his name.
It's just one.
He's the black guy in this movie. I forget his name, but the point is, he's pretty much Shia LaBeouf. He screams all his lines. He swears a lot, and you just really, really don't give a shit about him.
And thankfully, he's only in the movie for. Actually, the little girl is in this movie more than him.
Yeah, he just has no character.
Speaking of swearing, the dialogue, if I have to say.
Okay, a lot of this movie's dialogue is super weird.
Yeah, it's like, I get Michael Bay's trying to be hip. He's trying to be cool.
Michael Bay is literally making characters be out of character with specific sets of dialogue, and it makes me mad because I know as a professional writer, no one would do that shit. But I'm pretty sure Michael Bay is holding a gun to the writer's head and being like, you will write this line exactly as I say it.
I don't care if, like, little kids are swearing. I don't care if, like...
I don't care
British people are like, if
British people are saying things that they would never say. I don't care if...
We're not saying that British people can't swear, it's just,
like, they say things that, like, are out of character for some of their characters. For instance, the old guy, right? He's very, gentleman-like, yeah? Like, he's crazy, but he says things that are... He has, like, a very, detailed and expressive vocabulary. Let's say that, you know what I mean? Like, he uses fucking, like, kind of big words.
Even Cogsley to a degree, too.
Yeah, and they kind of just straight up talk like they're from the fucking hood. All right, like, hello, that makes no sense.
Or even like Oxford Lady's family, it's like, what the?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is too awkward already. It's like, okay, Michael Bay, I'm sorry, but stop trying to be cool.
I know, just enough. Just stop. And of course, a lot of things that Michael Bay films or does ends up becoming a sexual euphemism. Stop doing that. Like, nobody cares.
It's even creepy when Oxford Lady's grannies and mom listen in and thinking that they're having sex when they're just...
Like, I don't fucking care.
That's creepy.
Again, and also we had to spend, like, what, 10 minutes of this movie watching Polo. Nobody cares about fucking Polo. Show me the goddamn Transformers.
I wouldn't say it was 10 minutes. It was more like 5 minutes, but
well,
still.
It felt like 10 minutes because nobody fucking cared.
It's like...
We had to see Polo in slow motion. Yeah. Julius, why?
Because Michael Bay wants to hammer it in that, yeah, I went to film school. We get it. You know how to point a camera. Shut up. But there is one good slow-mo thing that I do like. The French taxi driver, or...
The French car.
The French car? his slow-mo gun.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, there's some...
And then, And Bender Robot actually goes in front of Megatron and starts shooting at him.
He just starts blasting his fucking neck. And I'm like, yo, this guy's dope.
And also because it's a slow-mo gun, the bullets, when they enter the field, just...
I know,
Okay,
that was kind of cool, yeah. Whatchamacallit, like, yeah, some of
the visually, it's
some of this, like I said, this movie's a visual upgrade, no question, you know what I mean? There's no question. Things look beautiful, or I don't say beautiful, things look a lot better. In terms of camera movement, Michael Bay still can't seem to capture just a straight shot of things just happening. Because apparently there has to be a fucking cut every 5 seconds, but, yeah. There you go, we'll cut off at 11:30.
Okay, well... Yeah,
but in terms of the most of this movie's a fucking truckload of a lot of things. Okay?
Yeah.
It's entertaining though. That's the good news. It's just so much shit to take in for this movie.
If you're gonna, I can tell that this is all the things he wanted to do. Again, if it was his last hurrah, which apparently by the end of the movie we found out that's not the case.
Hey, guess what, guys? Might be a sequel. Unicron's Earth. Oh shit. Oh, where do we get that idea? Oh, I stole it from Transformers Prime. Don't tell them. Alright, got it. Okay, so Unicron's freaking whatever, right?
There's also the themes of this movie, but I don't know if you're... this is not a movie that you should try to get, like, a big, deep theme from.
You should not. If you try to overanalyze this movie, you will go insane. The only person I know that can overanalyze this movie and maybe get away with it, maybe even might even just give up, okay? It's the guy from CinemaSins. That guy's amazing, right? God bless him, because, oh man, I will lose my mind.
But, yeah, it's like, I can't even
Don't recommend it. Don't even dare, alright?
It's
Again,
like,
if
it.
you know the second you see, directed by Michael Bay, Transformers, you know what you're getting into.
It's like, done.
But at least, it's not absolute shit.
At least
I would probably watch this movie over Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I need to shut up. I need to shut up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get down, dude. I think I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna get down.
No, it's like, I don't hate Power Rangers,
I think all the Power Rangers guys just gasped and then just like, oh my god, shoot this guy right now.
Okay, well, we might as well leave. Like, alright guys, that's all the time we have. Please comment, subscribe, follow him. I'll put the link for his channel, and I'll see you later.
Yep.
Bye!
See you later, guys!